Hey folks, this is DustMouret, and once again I'm going to be bringing you a video going over some grenades and stuff like that, and this time it's going to be on Nuke. I actually forgot that I didn't do this one already, and noticed it whenever I put up the Train VE version, and so I was like, oh crap, I need to go ahead and put something together for Nuke. So I did want to go ahead and go over a few things here on Nuke to help out maybe on your terrorist side. So starting off is some different smokes you can throw outside to try to help you block off oppers, or maybe even just try to work your way into secret. And I don't really have any set ones. I'll just kind of maybe talk about some that I've used in the past. One tip I can give you is that you can actually like jump peek this box, and typically you're not going to get hit by an opper if he is big garage, but it does let you know if he's crossed the right side if you run out quick enough and jump and peek. And also you might catch someone running across the red. So peaks like this can actually help, and typically the nade stack won't maybe land here, maybe it'll land further over there. So sometimes it's just smart to just do a quick jump like that. That's just one quick thing. So there's some different ways you can smoke out big garage. The easiest way would probably just to be to come up to this box and just kind of line it up like so. Now smoke out big garage, and that'll help you press. Some other smokes you can throw outside that help you press out is, I know if you get up against the same box like I am right now, and you kind of just step out to the right a bit, I kind of just aim kind of at the middle of this building way over there, so something like this. And it kind of bounces off mini garage, and it forms part of a wall that'll help you cross the secret. And then all you'll have to really do is just throw a deeper one, something like that, that combines with it to give you a full wall across. But sometimes you're always going to have a little bit of gap unless you have like an exact science to it, which for example I've seen one thrown kind of from here. You make sure you can see this gray building with the chimney, like so. You kind of line it up like this, and then you kind of see if I can angle it right here, something like this, aiming at this little thing right here, and then kind of aiming at a height like so. Something like that combined with what I showed earlier may be a little bit more useful. You kind of just have to test things out, also smoking out big garage. So that's just some like real basic stuff. I've also seen people bank smokes off of this wall like that and just kind of use that to help you cross over the red. So something else maybe to think about. It also even blocks off an opper like from spotting you crossing to red if they're playing this area or playing right here or something like that. So that's also something to think about. That's pretty much what I know for outside. Now there are some things that I also know from T-Roof that aren't necessarily highly dependable, but you can use them. For instance, I'm going to try this one smoke grenade, and it's probably not going to work, and if it doesn't, I'm not going to bother editing it out because I don't feel like it, to be honest with you. But I've seen people jump up on this thing like so, and then aim a smoke grenade a little bit to the left of this chimney thing, so something like this, and I'm probably going to mess it up, like I'm not even going to lie. And it's supposed to break the window, and oh wow, I didn't mess up. There you go. So that is a heaven smoke you can throw. That can be somewhat useful, though they can still press out of it, so it's not super useful, but it's something that you can try. But won't lie to you, that's really not a very consistent one for me, and so that may take some practice, and I don't even know how useful it is. Won't lie to you. Also, you can throw skybox flashes just like you've always been able to through these windows. Personally, I don't recommend just point blank throwing it at the window because then the glass breaks and they have a lot of time to react. Typically, it's better if you kind of bounce it off a skybox, so something like that. That way, when it shatters through the glass, it pops almost instantaneously. Same really applies for the other window, which is above squeaky. Bouncing it off the skybox, so when it breaks the glass, it explodes immediately. So, there's something there for you. Next up is just one little strategy I like to do sometimes whenever I'm doing upper pushes. And basically it's a combination of nades that you throw. So essentially what you're going to do is be up against this wall here like you're coming into lobby, so something like this. And then you're going to throw a grenade, so blow up the squeaky door. And then you're immediately going to throw a smoke grenade through it. Then you can also throw a flash. What it's supposed to do is just block off mini garage while you do your upper take, so that nobody can rotate their mini immediately and see you. So that's definitely one strategy you can implement there. Also, trying to think here, what else? Some other smokes you can throw are things like this. So that way, whenever you're coming out squeaky, you kind of have a little bit of cover. Like say maybe you're doing a squeaky to lower type strategy. That can be somewhat helpful in combination with the mini smoke. Trying to see here what else I want to show. Alright, so another thing I can show you from lobby real quick is actually something I learned from Adren, and it can be useful. Basically, if you line up kind of where I'm standing at, not all the way up against the wall, but you know, decent bit away from the steps, and you get a little bit of the crack of the window showing. You can basically this crack right here, shot, so it'd be a little bit easier to see. You can throw a smoke grenade off of it like that, which will bounce through the doors, and it gives you cover from being spotted heaven and Mustang, and you can actually kind of step out with it and maybe check warden vent or check here and then kind of swing around, and it's still kind of giving you some protection. So that's basically a smoke you can kind of throw. And at the same token, after you throw that smoke, you can also throw a flash kind of on the run from the same spot. As you can see, it bounces out here and blows up right there. You don't even have to use the smoke. You can just do it as a running pop flash if you don't want to smoke, and use it to help with your upper take. Definitely can be very helpful just to run out with. But the smoke gives you added cover if, say, you want to try to check these spots first before doing anything else. So that's a combination to think about. Also, of course, you can throw grenades and flashbangs and stuff like that just from here, crouch through the window, which will also smoke and flash things off. So that's something else to think about as well from the lobby. Some other things that you can do is I've seen people throw flashes like that or like this to try to help them get into ramp room. And you can also bang flashes like that to try to catch people maybe crossing from here down. It just depends on what type of spawn you have. So that's some different things that you can do as well with ramp. And you can bank flashes like this too, but likely they'll be able to react to it. So flash is kind of like what I've shown here, probably a lot more useful because they pop a lot sooner. So that's something else to think about. When you're taking lower, it's typically pretty good to throw a smoke on the site like so, that way you can plan in it and have a little bit of cover that way. Also, smoking up either vent can be very useful. Throwing a smoke up by a window room or the doors can be useful. Honestly, that is like the biggest troll spot in the world, and everybody knows it. And so if I'm a terrorist planning, I'm probably going to check that, or at the very least, I'm going to blow it up or smoke it off so I don't have to worry about it. One or the other. Pick your poison. But that spot is such a hard troll, and I would recommend finding some way to dealing with it immediately to make sure it doesn't catch you later on. So that's something else to think about as well. Also, if you ever go squeaky to vents, I know you can throw a smoke just through the vent if it's not already broken as you're coming down, and it provides that same cover plant smoke. So that's just kind of like a neat little trick I've seen before. That's just kind of the same thing, just a reiteration of that. Other than that, I don't think I know anything else for this map. Like I said, Adren and some other pro players have some great videos, obviously Netcode Illuminati as well, so always some great things to think about, but I just wanted to put together a little something. So the only other thing that I'll put together is just real quick idea on CT side. Just mollying and smoking off hut is always a good way to prevent upper pushes. Same with maybe smoking or mollying in front of squeaky door, something else to think about doing as well. Other than that, this map is also known for a lot of different spam spots, so it's something to definitely put into practice, different spams that go through these windows to attack Twinkie, and vice versa. You know, as a terrorist, you can definitely throw spams to try to catch people playing above squeaky or playing heaven or playing right across from heaven, that what we call Mustang sometimes. So yeah, just some different things like that. But I think that's about it. So I just want to throw a quick video together that had some tips for Nuke, but definitely check out some of the other videos out there because they certainly do a better job. But thanks again. Hope this video is a little bit helpful, and hopefully the ones I link you will also be very helpful. But be sure to follow and subscribe so you can check out all the other great work that I do here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's helpful, and I'll definitely see you next time.